screen here. There we go. There we go. Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second. Hope everybody's doing great. Make sure everybody could see my screen here. All right, what's going on here? All right, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second. Have to mute myself here. Seems like there's like a delay or something, but that's always the case. All right, let's say hello to everybody. Let's see, make sure everybody's here. All right. All right, let's say hello to everybody here. Got a lot of people coming in here. Good morning, everybody. You notice my t-shirt? Highly volatile. All right. Mr. Vertuvian. How you doing, Fred? Bugs, good to see you. Devin, Yuri, Ivano, Lewis, Richard, Anakumar, Dave, James, Ray, John. That was the funny pictures of last night, John. That was crazy. Of the cats. Stan, Robert, Timothy, Brian, good morning. Penny, good morning. Mike, Deanna, Rihanna, Bill, Naples fan. Javad, Jill, I hope your eyes are doing well, Jill. I hope you're getting back to normal. Steven, Santiago, Matt, Wade, Richard, Kevin, Sassy Trainer, Tom, Cam, good morning, Cam, Krish, Keith, Pat, Karen, Barry, Ivan, Warren, Bob, Hopium, Genevieve, Lloyd, Matt, Kai, Gregory. We got another Gregory. Got two Gregorys. Good morning. Good morning. Dave, Junior. We got Krish. We got Patrick. We got David. We got Jesse. We got Sergey. We got Jody. We got Eduardo. Don, happy hump day to you guys as well. It is Wednesday. JB, Walt, Frank, Peanuts, Richard. Good morning, Richard. John, Arnulfo, Duzzy, Eagle Beagle is in the house. Good morning, Eagle Beagle. I hope you're well, and I hope Mom is doing well. I haven't heard any updates on Mom. I hope she's chilling and doing well. All right, we got Duzzy, we got Sandra, we got Ralph, we got Illinois Grain Farmer, we got Waterford, we got Ray, we got Linda, Richard. Good morning, Richard. Every time I see Richard Feinberg, I think catalysts. Catalysts. He's like my catalyst guy. And I was able to get a haircut yesterday as well. See, world peace has been restored. We got John, we got Ray, we got Greg, we got Robert, Jeff, Stephen, Kathleen, Peter, Raymond, Rick. Good morning, Rick. James, Moondog, back from the gym. Better than being back from the hospital. Sebastian, Colette, Shamens, David, Harry, Art. We got a lot of people here is what we got. Let's see here. Let me go back. I don't want to be rude. We got Art. We got Pete. We got Dallas. Hey, Dallas. Vernon. Jay. Angie. Hey, Angie. Good to see you here. We got Diamond Jen. We got Sandra. We got Robert. We got Bob. Good morning, Bob. Gordon. Moondog. Bob. Roddy. Good morning, Roddy. Andrew. The Money Machine. I got to get a t-shirt that says The Money Machine. That's what I got to do. Mark, Jay Blazer, Peter. Good morning, Peter. David, Rick, Rod, Kevin, Kurt, Dave, Whitco, Pete. We got William. We got Bob, Mary. We got M. Gundy Anko. Good morning there. William, Mike. And if I'm mispronouncing somebody's name, I apologize. Dr. Serena's got some health problems. I communicated with her. She has some health issues. Is next in line for me. He's not my man. It's Hassett. Hassett's my guy, not Besant. Besant is not my guy. I've never met him. I've never talked to him before. I don't know who he is. I mean, I know who he is, but he's not my guy. Hassett. Kevin Hassett, Eduardo. Kevin Hassett. This guy right here, look. This dude. That this guy right here. That's my guy. That's my guy. All right. Good morning. Jason, Rainer, Nathan, Stefan, Al, Sandy, Mark, Linda, Elshep. Excellent. All right. We got a lot of people here. I'm going to tell you what I should have told myself yesterday. Please go to the gearbox. When you go to the gearbox, see how I'm on auto? You don't want to be on auto. Half the time I'm on auto, it puts me down to 720. We want to be at 1080. Make sure you're watching at 1080, okay? 1080 right here, 1080p. And make sure if you enjoy our show, give us a thumbs up, okay? One time. Here's the gearbox. Make sure you're at 1080p and make sure if you enjoy our show, if you don't enjoy our show, don't do it. But if you enjoy our show, give us one thumbs up. And we broke our record actually. I think on Tuesday we had 800 people in the room, which was pretty cool. All right, let's talk about small caps. Let's start with small caps, and then I'll post my. Here's the VIP room link today. Kane is coming in today. We're gonna have a great session. We're going to talk about, remember yesterday I talked about how to pick stocks with Pro Trader Dashboard. Today I'm going to talk about going one step further with options. I gave you guys some really good stocks yesterday. Even if you have the Pro Trader Dashboard, yesterday's session was really good because we talked about how to find the right stock. And it was actually, and we found some really pretty stocks. And if you see me writing something down, that means I really, really like the stock, like really, really like it a lot. And one thing about me, I don't have a poker face. I'm not like Matt. When I really like something, I get really verbal and excited and animated. I don't hold back. Matt likes to hold back. I don't hold back. So you guys can tell what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. All right, let's start off with the small caps. And if there's any other small caps, we'll add them to we'll add them. I actually have a lot of small caps today. Okay. I have more small caps than I usually do, which is kind of odd. Please, only if they take out the high after the market opens. If they don't take out the high after market opens, it forget about it, okay? I got an email yesterday, Roger, I keep missing those small caps. That's the point. It's supposed to miss or hit hard. It's not supposed to be an in-betweener. Notice 95% of the stocks I give you as small caps, they don't hit or they hit hard. That's the point. That is the point. Okay. Okay. XBio 2580. Maybe somebody can, I'll write them down. XBio 2590, actually, excuse me, 2590. 2590. Next one, NERV. I have a big agenda, so I don't want to take up too much time with this. NERV above 440. Pre-market high. I'm only giving you the pre-market high. I can't give you the pre-market high that hasn't happened yet. XTLB. And by the way, none of them all look all that amazing right now, but that's just how it is. XTLB 5, what do I have? 552. Let's put that in here. XTLB 552. Let's continue. UPC. Told you I got a lot of them today. Good morning, Wesley. Hope you're well. We got UPC. Hey, I'm late to my own party all the time too, It's all good. 1550. 1550. Let's see if I'm right here. Yep, 1550. ACXP. I told you I got a lot of them today. I don't know what's going on, but not ACXP. ACXP. I wrote it backwards. Okay. ACXP above 1360. Let me write that down. ACXP 1360. And last but not least, BGMS. BGMS above $8. It's the last one. I don't know why today so many, but it is what it is. Above BGMS above $8. Set an alert. If the alert happens after market opens, you're in play. If not, just forget about it. The point of this is not to get a lot of entries. The point of this is to get an entry that will double the price of the stock or not to get in at all. So if you only get into 5% or 10% of the ones I give you, notice. So how long have I been giving these to you? I've been giving them to you for about, I've been giving them to you for, oh yeah, equals, it's greater than what I posted. So not equal, but greater than, okay? Just like what Penny just said, greater than that price. Even if it hits that price, it's still okay. I already gave you a couple of cent thing. But here's what I'm trying to tell you. Um, here's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody track these? Have you guys been tracking these since I've been giving them to you? You'll notice that most don't hit. They don't even come close. But the ones that hit really well. Okay? That's the point here. That's the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise is not to have 90% of stocks that don't go anywhere. Then give him small caps for a couple of months now. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just AC a little more fan in my direction. Okay. So you'll notice they either hit and hit hard or they hardly hit. You don't get like in between that often. I mean, it will happen, but not that often. All right. Let's talk about the market now. What's the market doing right now? Still random. This is pretty random trading action. There's just not much here. This is not beyond random. And yesterday we took a big dump. Okay. Um, all right. So you guys know John, right? How many hit and track through your trading career? We're in a small cap, big pharma, pre-market popcorn phase. We are. We do. It's true. But what Bugs is saying is true. Also, 17 months after the market opens, a year after the market opens, that we average 17% gain. So I'm not really too concerned about the longer term view. I'm concerned about the short term view. Nasdaq is still above 50. This is only at 100. This is random, but I like what I'm seeing a lot better than yesterday. As far as Fed data is concerned, well, we got Fed speakers, we got FOMC minutes, and we got petroleum status report. Okay. None of that is closed. Bond market. Let's look at bond market. Remember, I was really worried about this right here. Look at where we're at right now. This is really good. This is really, 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 really good. We're positive. Bonds are up. And if you look at the overnight data, look where we pivoted. You're going to love this. Remember I drew this level for you yesterday? I drew this level for you 24 hours ago. No, I didn't. I drew this for you 23 hours ago. Do you remember this? Look where we bottomed out. And look what we made a swing high. Pretty cool, huh? I guess I'm assuming you guys want me to continue giving you those levels. Look. Look at that. Bottomed out right at the level. Look at that. It's pretty good. And look at this, guys. Look. This is the levels I gave you yesterday. Look right here and look right here. Right there and right here. All right. So bonds are looking really good right now. We need to go above 89.75. We need to go above 89.75. 89.75. We need to go here. But this is much better than being down here, okay? As you could see by this. See, I told you that if we break out of this range, it'll be good. What we don't want to see is we don't want this to open and then come right back in here. That's what we don't want to see. But I'm assuming this is a clean breakout because we are above this area right now. So I'll treat it as such. Okay? All right. We'll talk about the SPY in a minute. I don't even know how we hit our levels till a few minutes from now. We'll see. All right. US dollar. Remember I told you I think US dollar is going to break out? Yay, we're breaking out. This is good. This is good for our economy, folks. I know it's going to cause a little problem with shippers, but this is good. The US dollar is good. And what is gold doing? It's making a new high. Again, my what I told you before still stands. If you're long gold, continue holding gold. If you're not, or start taking some off here with the intent of getting back in right here at this line right here. I'm just going to keep extending it right here. Again, I'm not telling you we're going to come down here. All I'm saying is you don't need to be in a rush right now. The odds are very strong we're going to come back into the high 3800s. You don't need to rush. Okay? No, we broke out of the descending triangle. Look. Mark, look. Was it Mark Klotz? Look. This doesn't take into account overnight data. We have a clean break this morning. That's a clean break. Now, this could come right back down, and then this will be just a false one solo candle. But I'm hoping that this is meaningful and we start breaking out. But this is a clean breakout. Now we just need to overcome this area right here. That's my concern right now. Okay, and this is really, really important. Also, folks, let me give you some links. Here's the link for the VIP room. We will be continuing where we left off yesterday with the Pro Trader dashboard, and today we get into options. And here's the link for Customer Service Live, where Raleigh's brother Cam and Gustavo and Jax the Dobie do a great show every day from 10 to 1. No, they're not in an inverse relationship right now. They're moving together right now, Brad. They're not in an inverse relationship. They're moving together. That's why I'm so focused on the bond market. So this is positive. This is really positive. But what we need to see is we need to get out of this area right here. We need to get above this area right here. So I'm going to, assuming this is real and we don't bounce back here, I'm going to leave this just so you guys can have it. But that's it right at 90. 90 level. Keep an eye on the 90 level on TLT. Right down 90. Good morning, Kirk. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. How have you been? Hope life has been treating you well. Okay, so I like this. This is positive. Let's see if it starts breaking down into the range today, back in here, or if we can get above 90. That would be really cute and very good for us. It would create a very pretty picture, very cute picture of this continues moving higher versus coming back down. This would be ugly. This would be pretty. Okay. US dollar. This is a very nice consolidation. Remember I told you double inverse head and shoulders neckline. This is a big head and shoulders, and here's an inverse head and shoulders. And here's the neckline. And we broke through the neckline as the as the bond market is going higher. Let's see if we can get a little more upside as a result of that. But so far, I like what I'm seeing. Okay? I do like what I'm seeing. Crude oil. Crude oil is getting, remember I told you it'll more likely than not, crude oil will get back into this range. Well, we're back in this range. And it'll be interesting to see what will happen. So what I don't want to see, so I'm going to tell you right now, what I don't want to see, I don't want to see the US dollar come back down in this range. And I don't want the bond market to come back into this range. I'm going to repeat this because it's important. I don't want to see, I don't want the US dollar to come back down here. And I don't want the bond market to come back down here. Okay. I'm just giving you a heads up. And obviously, we're going to be talking about this on a daily basis. Hey, SB, good morning. Good to see you. Folks, if you haven't given us a thumbs up and if you enjoyed this show, I've been told by our staff that it's good for Google, for our algorithm. I don't have any evidence for that, but I think it's good. Look at that. I look actually like a human being. You could see my face. I don't look like a woolly wolf. All right. Bitcoin. I like it. I like what I'm seeing here. You see how it's supporting this area right here? How price is supporting this area? As long as it supports this area and we don't come down back into this range, we're okay. Ideally, I'd like us to break up above here. But I'll take this for now, as long as we don't break inside this area. So I'm going to review with you. Bonds, we don't want the bonds to break into this area. US dollar, we don't want the US dollar to break into this area. Crude oil, we don't want crude oil to break down here. Again, we want it to come up here. And Bitcoin, we want Bitcoin to stay above here. I think everybody understands exactly what I'm saying right now. I don't think there's any confusion. China is still closed, so you're not going to get a lot of movement from it. This is just trading the overnight sessions, but there's just not much here right now. And I don't really like this double top right here either. So I'm not really that bullish on China. I'm kind of neutral on China. I'm gonna draw a little line here, kind of in this little range here. Okay. All right. What are the catalysts for today? Before we get into all the big stuff, what are the catalysts for today? Hey, Rock, good to see you. Thank you, Bob. That's it. There you go. So, what are the catalysts for today? Come on, guys. Catalysts. What are the catalysts? I'm letting you off easy today. What are the catalysts? All right. Matt's coming in hot and heavy. Fed data, chips, FedEx, Fed speakers. I got FedEx, I got chips, I got Fed speakers, and I got oil. You know, what about Matt? What about crude oil? Crude oil inventories. Crude oil inventories. Crude oil inventories. Let's see. Let's see what John has. FOMC minutes, the Fed data. Yeah. Uh, Oil inventories, computer technology transports. I think he's got it all. John, you got it all. And let's see what Richard's got. Fed speakers, FOMC, Fed data, AMD, and yeah. Well, Richard and John got it all. Matt is just missing oil, crude oil. Um, Ivano, you got yeah. Yep. Yeah, FOMC minutes is there. So, yeah, Matt, you could that's fair. That's fair. You could say it's Fed data, but it's very specific to crude oil. So you could say Fed data or you could say crude oil. But we all got it right, guys. We got it right. We're not arguing about anything. Not that we do, but we're not debating any of this. We all got it right. Semantics, not a big deal. And by the way, Matt, just to be honest with you, crude oil inventories haven't been haven't really been doing much lately, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look what we got here. But yes, you guys got it 100% correcto. What's the weather today? Feels hot today. Feels like it's 100 degrees here today. Hitting fresh records in prior sessions. Deadlock between Republicans and Democrats. This is about the markets are taking a breather. The U.S. government shutdown has entered its seventh day. No resolution. President Trump appeared to question the possibility of talks with Democrats to end the shutdown after the Senate failed for a fifth time late Monday to pass a short-term funding bill. The Senate voted 52 to 42. Republicans need 60 votes while holding only 53 seats. We'll see how that goes. Wall Street ended mixed. S&P and Nasdaq made a new record high. AMD jumped over 23%, top percentage gainer on the S&P. Announced a deal with OpenAI. We know about that. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. This is yesterday's. What am I doing? I'm losing my mind, folks. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I'm on yesterday's, not today's. Like what is going on here? I'm losing my mind. Okay, now let's talk about this. Signaling a partial rebound from yesterday's losses, investors await September minutes. Let me delete this stupid thing. I don't know what happened with me. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Chip stocks retreated. We got minutes, remarks from central officials. Chip stock retreated. Lam Research Applied Materials slid more than 5%. Home builders took a big dump. Bond market. Aplovian climbed over 7%. Remember, somebody was downgrading the stock, and I said, don't believe everything you read. Wait for the company to release a statement. Advise buying the stock following a sell-off. Okay, so there's that. Economic data released Tuesday showed U.S. consumer credit rose by 0.36 billion in August, weaker than expected. Greg says, what was the news from Oracle to dump the market yesterday? That Oracle is finding NVIDIA chips to be too expensive. Okay. The government shutdown is not affecting the market at all. Hey, Omar, good to see you. Hey, Rod. Hey, Bugs. Yeah, I'm like deja vu. Sorry about that. No excuses. No excuses. Miran reiterated on Tuesday that his views of tariffs have only limited impact on inflation, supports the case for the Fed to continue easing policy. Kashkari warned that sharp interest rate cuts would risk fueling inflation. He also noted some of the data that we're looking at is sending some stagflationary signals. We have a problem, folks, and the more they try to fix this problem, the more we'll have this problem, and the more they try to fix this problem, the more we'll have this problem. It's a double-edged sword. We need Superman to come in and fix it. All right. Superman. I need to wear my Superman shirt. That's what I need to do. All right. We're now pricing in almost a 95% chance that the Fed is going to cut rates. They are going to cut rates. My question is, are they going to cut rates in December? And by the way, my new chair is almost here. I didn't forget to update you on my new chair. My new chair is almost here. Wait till I tell you the story about my new chair. You guys are going to love it. World Trade Organization slashed its forecast for global merchandise trade volume, citing anticipated lagging effects of President Trump's tariffs. And look what he had to say. The outlook for next year is bleaker. I'm very concerned. This is Director General from Geneva. They're not happy about this. Meanwhile, the U.S. government shutdown has entered its 8th day, no resolution in sight. Jamie Dimon says it's going to start costing America some money if we don't. It's a poor way to manage the federal government. It is. I agree with him. It's a very poor way to Hey, guys, who's the manager of our government? It's our president. All right. Maybe our president can make some changes so we can get back to business. Maybe they need to, they need to reopen the government is what I'm trying to say. Close attention to the publication of the Fed minutes is what we're watching today. Market participants will hear perspective from Musalem and Barr and Goolsbee and Logan and Kashkari. That's what's going to happen today. Potential issues for the market. Labor numbers, big time. Big time, Eagle Beagle. Big time. Oh, it's taking a very long time, Bob. But it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. On the economic data, investors will focus on crude oil. Europe is up 0.36, resuming the recent rally. Mining stocks led the gain, not tech stocks. Mining stocks, gold surged. Looks like metals are moving right now. Let me look at the bond market real quick. Oh, bond market's going up. Look at this. Bond market is flying up. Remember, 99, 89, this 90 level. We need to break this 90 level right here. We need to keep going higher, but this is good. This is good. Let's see what the stock market's doing. That's doing nothing. Chips are in the shitter. Dow is moving higher. All right, we got some blue chips love today. That's exactly what I thought we were going to get. All right. That's why I went long that stock that I went long in the pit yesterday, by the way. Didn't want to do anything tech related. Europe is up. Bank stocks are up. Metals are up, not technology. Japan closed lower, snapping a 4-day winning streak as investors took profit following a recent rally. Electronic and auto stocks retreated on Wednesday. Electronics, auto stocks. Notice auto stocks. Notice tech stocks are not rallying right now. All right. All right. Japan closed lower, snapping a 4-day winning streak. Investors took profit following the recent rally. China is still closed. Catalysts, we got them all we did a very good job with our catalysts. You guys did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. AMD upgraded, positive for chip stocks. We'll see if there's any meat there. Oop, what happened there? Just delete it. Did it delete all my? No, it didn't delete all my stuff. I forgot to save it today is what. And then FedEx down. This is transports. This is not that great. This is not great for the blue chips. This is good for techs. This is not good for blue chips. Everything else is just noise. Rocket, these are all, and I'm so appreciative that you guys are not giving me these stocks because I would really lose my shit. Excuse my French. All you'd have to do is click here and you could see if it's in the S&P 500. Nope. See? All you got to do is click here and see if it's in the S&P 500. Nope. No soup. And look. Here, obviously not in the S&P 500. No soup. It's all you got to do. It's that easy. That simple. Okay. Okay, let's talk momentum. Let's talk Turkey now, okay? Also not great for UPS. No. Uh, put the call ratio. Somebody here warned you yesterday before the market took a big dump that the market could take a big dump. Remember, I said the market's getting a little ahead of itself? You probably don't remember me telling you that. And that's okay because we have records. If in case you don't remember me telling you that, here. I know I posted it. I know I posted it somewhere. That's Clyde. I remember posting it somewhere. Huh, I guess not. Anyways, put the call ratio. You see where we were yesterday? Oh, I mean, you could rewatch yesterday's video. I literally talked about this like within 20 minutes. It's pretty important. Remember yesterday? I said we're getting ahead of ourselves. Would anybody disagree that we got a little bit ahead of ourselves? We're not ahead of ourselves anymore. We are not ahead of ourselves. We're actually fairly in range right now. Yesterday, we saw some aggressive put buyers to offset the aggressive call buyers. Anytime retail traders get ahead of themselves, Uncle Roger's here to call them out. Getting ahead of themselves, getting ahead of themselves. This is fine. This is not ahead of themselves. Yeah, I said it during the pre-market show and I posted it on Telegrams. Sebastian, that's a great question for Customer Service Live. What do you mean it's not working? How come Trading Zone Live is not working? What do you mean by that, Sebastian? What do you mean by that? It's not working. The Telegram channel, it's working perfectly for me and everybody else. Make sure you pay the fee. Make sure you sign up. Make sure you put customer service, and make sure you put a full name. If you put a dot or your initials or just two letters, I'm going to kick your ass out faster than you could say, "Who's your daddy?" Put a full name that you register under. All right. I did, didn't I? I thought I posted it in the free Telegram channel. Let me bothering me. Let's see. What's going on here? I thought I did. Right here. Right here. 8:35. 24 hours ago. Bulls getting a bit ahead of themselves. Oops. Right there. Don't say I didn't say it. I said it. Sebastian, call customer service. Call customer service. This is not the place for it. Right here. Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah, if you need to go to customer service live and ask them for the link, and then make sure you have the right link, and make sure you don't give it to anyone else. They're cracking down on people trying to get freebies in there. All right, so we don't have any more. Be careful. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We're not getting ahead of ourselves right now. Okay. Let's look at charts. Let's look at charts. Okay. How's the SPY looking? Lovely. We're not too far from the 8-day EMA at all right now. I like where we are right now in the SPY. Look, nice clean trend, not overextended. Looks very, very nice. I like what I'm seeing right here. Folks, remember, I haven't given you intraday levels. I haven't given you my top stocks. We're just getting into the equity section. I take my sweet time for this. And by the way, here's the link. Here's where you need to go. Here's Customer Service Live. This is where you go and tell them that your link is not working right here. There you go. There's Customer Service Live. Okay. And here is VIP room where I'm going to be at noon today with Trader Kane. I call Kane the Bond King, Kane the Bond King, because he worked for PIMCO. So you know how Bill Gross, the Bond King? I call Kane the Bond King because he worked for PIMCO. He was a manager at PIMCO, which is the second biggest bond firm in the world. I like what I'm seeing on the SPY. Let's keep doing this. What about MAGs? Let's see MAGs. How did the MAGs look? I warned you a few days ago that MAGs are getting ahead of themselves. Oh, look at that. Remember when we were up here and I told you we need to come down here? Well, guess what? We're down here now. And we've been just going sideways. We haven't had any directional bias in the mega caps for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 weeks. We've had no directional bias. We're not overextended anymore. We're not overextended anymore, but we now need to consolidate around here. Now, we're still in this VWAP area from quad witching right here. I'm hoping that we don't break this and we start coming back up. But this is a really good consolidation. I still wouldn't call this a real break because we're still kind of on this level. So what I'm hoping for is we're going to start coming back up again, but we're not overextended anymore. We're not overextended on the mags and SPY. Let's see QQQ. Kane, bond, Kane. Yeah, Kane, bond, Kane. There you go. When they're at the bottom, that means call buyers are getting a little too aggressive. And when they come back up, that means there's some put buyers. Look at the QQQ. Is this beautiful or what? Not overextended. Not overextended. Look at this. This is not over. It's kind of funny. Every day I've been like, we're overextended. We're overextended. We're overextended. We're overextended. Finally, I'm like, we're not overextended. We're not overextended. We're like right near the 8-day EMA. We have really nice clean trend right here. Okay. I mean, I'd love to tell you that. I'd love to tell you some horrible stuff, but I don't have anything bad to say. Now, folks, now here's the part. We don't want to come below the 15-day EMA. We're above the 8-day EMA. We're not overextended from the 8-day EMA, but we don't want to break the 15-day EMA. Similarly, on the mags, we don't want to break the 15-day EMA. Let me just show you here how it looks. So here, look. I want to show you this. Look, we come here. Uncle Roger warns you that we're getting way overextended. And what do? We come back here. See how we're kind of sitting right at this yellow line, going back and forth, keying off of the 15? We don't want to break this and trade here. We don't want to trade here, below this line. That line right now is at 64.45. We don't want to trade below this line. Look at SPY. See how we're keying off the 8-day? We bounced yesterday off the 8-day. Remember that I drew this for you? By the way, do you remember I drew this for you about a week ago? Look where we came yesterday. Look at the level we came yesterday to. Do you see this? Look. How off was I? By maybe 1/10 of 1/15 of a point? I told you we're going to come here. We came right there. And now we're above the 8-day. So now I'm hoping that we just come, gently come here and then just have an inside day, have a normal range day without any monkey business. But we don't want to be below this area right here. We don't want to trade here. We want to trade here and here. We don't want to trade here. We don't want to get to this area. We don't want to trade below this line. We don't want to trade below 665.37. Okay? Hey, Murmus. What are you talking about, Murmus? I can the small caps are there. Cam just posted them. Thank you. Look at how well our levels held yesterday. All right, let's continue. QQQ. Oops. QQQ. Same thing. See how we're holding on here? This is beautiful. We're not here. We're not here. We're down. We're not near here. We're not here. We're here. That's where we want to be. We want to be gliding along this area right here. Let me just expand this a little. Right there. We're okay. As long as here, let me just draw that here. This is okay. This is okay. As long as we don't break here. We don't want to break here. We want to stay in this trajectory. We want to go up here. We don't want to come down here today. We want to see some of this being filled up. But we're not overextended, folks. We're not overextended. RSP. RSP is definitely not overextended. Look what happened as soon as we crossed the overextension line. We came back here. We're right at the 8-day EMA. Not really seeing anything crazy here. Not seeing anything really crazy here. I mean, I know I've been talking a lot about how overextended we are. We went overextended here. Look, just like we did here. And what happened? We came right back to the 8-day EMA. That's kosher. We're right here right now. We're near the 8-day EMA. We're not overextended. There's nothing going on. The only caveat is we don't want to go lower. We don't want to come down all the way here. If we come here, that's okay, but we don't want to break the 15-day. The last thing we want to do on the QQQE, on the mags, and the mags were actually pretty close to the 15-day right here. We don't want to come here. We want to go here, okay? So what I'm hoping for is that we're still not breaking down, and this is just going to kind of consolidate, okay? All right, let's look inside the hood. Let's look inside the hood. VIX, what is VIX doing? And I warned you yesterday that VIX never went down. As we made an all-time high, the VIX never went all the way down. Now, you may or may not have noticed I'm repeating a lot of things every day. That's because we're continuing down the same path. If you ever meet somebody, if you ever meet a guru, and that guru, every day that you see him, he's talking about something totally different, then that guru is full of shit. Because that's not how people analyze the markets. Gurus analyze the markets like a story. Notice I stick to the same thing every day, whether I'm right or wrong. I continue the flow. That's how you do it. You have tools. You trust those tools. If there's guys that, oh, I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that, I'm looking at this, they're not looking at anything. They're just trying to take your money from you. Look for people who are methodical, people who are following the same routine every day, so it becomes a story for you. And I'm not necessarily saying me. There's other people that do that, but you'll notice real gurus look at the same. They have a trusted set of tools, and they use those tools every day. They don't use different. They're not in a different world every 5 minutes. Notice we never went. Look, when the SPY went here, when the SPY went here, right? And here, right? This is Friday the 3rd, right? Notice that it made an all-time high. It made an all-time high here and here. Look at the VIX. The VIX has been above the 50-day moving average. It never dropped here. And I was telling you that, and yes, you remember me telling you that because I've been saying it for the last 4 days, every single day. Hey, how come we're not dropping below the 50-day moving average? How come we're not coming here if we're making a new high? Why is the put to call ratio bad? Exactly. Not how to get on the path, but how to stay on the path. Exactly, Matt. It would be the same thing. Exactly. Richard, full of caca poop. Oh, he's using my favorite words. So now you could tell Richard's been hanging out with me for a while. Caca poo poo. That's the word of the day. Caca poo poo. Okay. Don't fall for the caca poo poo. Okay. Thank you, Richard. Cracking up. I can't wait to see you guys in for the class. It'll be fine. SOPA was yesterday, not today. That was yesterday's stock. All right. So I was warning you that, hey, this is a problem. So what I'm hoping for is we start coming off a little bit because this is still not coming down. All right. I'm hoping that today we start seeing this coming down a little bit. All right. Let's look inside market internals. Let's see what we haven't done this in a while. And I'm going to be late to work today as usually. I know you don't forget what I say, Richard, and I appreciate that very much. All right. We have reasonable momentum on the S&P. We're above 50%. We're above 50%. Okay. Index, we're above 50%. Russell 1000, we're at 50%. This is the highest 1000 S&P stocks. This is getting me very worried. And this has me concerned right here. The NASDAQ, it never really went up too much. So if it stays above 50%, we'll be okay, but I'm nervous about this. Okay? And I'm nervous about the Russell 3000. You see, this is a broad market indexes. This is large caps, this is small caps, and this is them together, these two together. If you look at the market, we still have a lot of weakness. We still need a lot of weakness. We still have a lot of weakness. That's right, Dragon Dawn. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Today, we actually don't have much banana in the tail. Yesterday, we did. We don't have much today. Momentum is looking okay. What about internals? Well, I want to show you guys something. Yesterday, coming into the session yesterday, we had 333 stocks making 1 month highs. What did I do? I warned you that we're overextended. I didn't even use this to tell you we're overextended, but I did show you all the other stuff and told you put the call ratio, the VIX, the bond market, all that. I was telling you we're over. The bond market was breaking down yesterday. The VIX was not going down. We had bad news yesterday morning. Basically, we peaked out yesterday. Look at it today, 125. We'll get into that in a minute, William. We'll get into all of that in a minute. When I do my levels, I'll talk about that. Now, look at the number of stocks making 52-week highs. We're less than 100. We have no momentum right now. 50-day highs, 60. 90-day highs, 111, which is not much. But we do have just as many stocks now to the downside. We finally have more stocks breaking down than we do to the upside. So we have a fairly balanced market here. I like a balanced market. I like it because it gives us rhythm. Okay. I don't feel like the market, there's nothing right now telling me that the market wants to drop hard. As a matter of fact, everything is telling me we're kind of just sitting near the 8-day EMA. I'm not really seeing any big banana in the tailpipes now. All I'm seeing, my big problem is this right now. I'm not seeing directional clarity. Look where communication, consumer discretionary, retail, and home builders are. This is interest rates. They really took a dump yesterday. I know a guy who took a big dump on home builders yesterday. A real good trader took a big dump on home builders yesterday. Friend of mine. Anyways, right here, these two, they need to be here. This is still very fragmented, which means we may not see much. We may not see much today. I want to start seeing these. Folks, think about this. Amazon, Meta, IBM. Do you know how much market cap is in here? Okay. And if you look at them right now, they don't look all that great. Here's XLY. We're way below. This is what we don't want the market to look like. Remember, I told you we don't want to go below the here. So I want to show you guys something. You see how, look at the yellow line, look at the blue line. You see how we're here, not here? Look at the SPY. See how the SPY is not here, how the SPY is still here? That's how we want XLY to look. Look at XLC. Same thing. See how we're below the 15-day? I want to see these folks start coming back up here. If we don't, we're going to be in deep shit because this is 60% of technology. XLY and XLC is 60% of all tech. SMH, how's it looking? It's looking great. We were overextended. I told you we were overextended. Hardcore. I told you not to buy chip stocks last few days. I told you when AMD came out not to do anything because we were here. I warned you about this. Well, we're starting to come back down here. Now, we may not be down enough, but look at how we're bouncing off of the level I drew yesterday. Okay. I like how we're still above the 8-day, but folks, don't be surprised if we come down a little bit lower like this and then come back up. See how we come back down here? We haven't. Usually what I'm saying is this. After we get really overextended to one way, we get overextended another way before we balance out. For example, look at mega caps. We went up here, then we went up here, and now we're in the middle. Look at QQQ. We went up here, we went down here, now we're in the middle. See that? So what I'm trying to tell you is this is too much too fast, and I wouldn't be surprised if we actually hit the 8-day, went a little bit below. Here, let me show you. Here's what I'm looking at. Man, I'm giving you guys a lot of red meat right now. A lot of red meat right now. So look. Penny and I were talking about channels yesterday. Here's a channel for you. See this channel? This is a very upwardy channel, right? But you can kind of see how we're moving up this channel. So if we break this channel, this is the next level, 327. And if you think I don't think we're going to break it, you're wrong. I think we are. This is too much too fast. Chips need to cool off a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if we came down all the way here or came back right here. Okay? And if we come up here, there's a good chance we can come down here. And then the next level is 265. No, I didn't forget about 265. But this is this is the trajectory we're on right now. Okay. All right. So I don't hate the market right now. We're not overextended right now. The Dow's actually looking pretty good right now. Let me see something here. Yes. Yeah, it's looking good, looking fine. Yeah, we're not really doing anything crazy right now. Um, I like the Russell right now. We're near the 8 day. The key is, are we going to break it and are we going to bounce to the 15? It's really the next question. Are we going to, let me just delete this and extend this. I think you guys are getting a really good idea of what I'm talking about and where we are right now and where we should be. Okay. I'm going to get late unless I give you the levels right now. So let me just delete all this. And I know you guys like the levels. So let's start with IWM since we're already here. There. Some stuff over here. Okay. Okay. Let me give these to you. I'm going to post these for you. I know a lot of people are coming here waiting for me to say something awful today, but I'm not really seeing anything too crazy today at all. And yesterday we had a run day, and usually after a run day, we kind of consolidate. That's one of the reasons why I gave you a conservative stock yesterday in the pit, because I wanted to ground ourselves from volatility. I had a lesson on that one day. And basically, when you have too much volatility, you want to get stocks that have less than a beta of one, which is what I did for you yesterday in the pit. Okay, let me give you this. Uh, Russell 2000 levels. All right, let's see how the SPY's looking. So these are the levels I gave you yesterday for the SPY. How do we do on these levels? Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. 3 times. Okay, I just have to raise this up a little bit here. Okay, a little bit of that. Bit of that. That's your levels for the SPY today. Let me give them to you here. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if we have a quiet day today. Don't be surprised. These are not in any particular order. SPY levels for the day. You're welcome. Let's do QQQ. Hey, look at it. Look at how we hit it yesterday, guys. It's pretty valuable right there. All right, let's clean this up. Delete that. 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 That right there. Okay. Cooking with gas today. Who knows? Maybe I'll even be on time to work today. Thank you, Delbert. Thanks, Bob. Always appreciate you. Bob, folks, big thumbs up to Bob for being our actuary. He does a great job. This is QQQ levels, right? QQQ levels. Let's do SMH levels. Let's do SMH levels. Let's put that here. Let's put that here. Right there. Let's put that there. That's good. That's good enough. Okay. Less is more. All right. Bob is the man. Bob is definitely the man. Uh, SMH levels. Then I think I have to give you bond levels. Let me give you bond levels. Okay. Okay, there you go. Let me give you these. I'm hoping that these are helpful to you. If these are not helpful, let me know. I don't want to do these if you guys are not using these. I mean, I spent a lot of time on these, so I want to make sure you guys get some value out of this. Bond levels. Pay close attention to these today. I would really look at the bond market a lot today. That's what I would do. And let me give you the Dow Jones. Look at that. Okay. Dow's a little fragmented at night, but nonetheless, we got our levels. All right. Here's the levels for this. And you guys should have your levels now. I just need to give you my stocks and my ending notes. Dow Jones levels. All right. Keep doing the levels, using them, safe travel. All right. For a bad day. Yeah, it's very good. Over 10,000. That's pretty good. All right. All right. Let's continue. So now let me give you stocks that I'm looking at right now. So markets are, NASDAQ is not very strong. Blue chips are much stronger, as you could see right now. But I'm not expecting a lot from tech stocks today. Mm. Dow just broke higher overnight. Look at that. Have to give you another level, but I'm not going to do that. But you could see this is good. This is very positive. This is positive. I like what I'm seeing. All right. Let me give you stocks that I like. MKC for this is an A line to the short side. They already came out with earnings. Come on, bar chart. Don't fail me now. Nice A line right here, ready to go. Another A line, CARR. Yeah, I like how the Dow is moving right now. Yeah. Okay. If it breaks right here, 58.50, you have an A line. 58.50. Whirlpool. Kaboom. Yeah, you go, John. Kaboom. Another A line. Actually, this is a breakdown. It's not a A line. It was an A line. Now it's a breakdown. Whirlpool. Pins on pins and needles. Below the 200. Breaking down. Pins is not looking pretty. Lower highs. All the accoutrements. DXCM. Breakdown time. BJ's. BJ's. BJ's Holding Club. I've been getting my gas there. BJ's and Kex. Carla, send me an email. You're not asking the right question. Both. They're not, it's not the same levels. I'm giving you levels for the SPY. You're asking me about levels for the indexes. We're speaking a different language right now, Carla. I'm giving you index levels. Pro Trader Dashboard does not give you index levels. It gives you stock levels, apples and oranges. Don't confuse the two, Carla. Don't confuse because you're going to confuse people here. Okay. Now let me give you long stocks. UNH. UNH up to the 200. That would be the target. RTX. That UNH has been unstoppable. Look at this beauty. RTX, ACHC. Wait till this is above the 200. Not yet. Not yet. EXAS. Two A lines. ABBV, which I really like a lot. I like the stock a lot. I really do like the stock a lot. One of my favorite stocks right now. ABBV and HWM. That's an A line, and this is an A line. I'm giving you two A lines for free today. But you had to wait till the end. This is not ready till we're above this line right here. We need to get here. We need to get here. Okay? Almost there. Folks, that's all I have for you today. Please, please, please join us at noon. Kane is going to be joining us in the VIP room. I'm going to be doing part two to Pro Trader Dashboard. Part two. I think the sale is officially ending today. Actually, I know it's ending today. And here's the link for Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Are there any questions that I can answer for you that I have not answered yet? And if I ignored somebody or if I missed somebody's name, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just there's over 700 people here. All right, folks, if you have any other questions, here's my email address, roger@rogerscott.com. I will talk to you all later. Have a fantastic date. And as soon as I get an update from Bugs, maybe I already got one, I just didn't post it yet, I will post it for you as well. Bye, folks. Have a great day. Have a great day. And if you guys have any comments, feedback, please let me know. I'm always happy to hear them. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Cam, Gustavo, and Raleigh, I will see you guys later today. Bye. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. And again, I'm not expecting craziness today, so we may just have a random, not much excitement day today. We'll see. We'll see. Bye, everybody. You guys are awesome. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Thanks for the nice words. And remember, highly volatile.